Wow. All right, doctor, I would like make you go ahead, make us see what way to go on for here. First of all, one for thank you for coming back to our rescue, and then with the many things we don't get them, and I mean the information we don't gather them, and the uh, continuation of the history wey don happen before, where you dey tell we where they actually go ahead now, where they still happen now for inside our society, and what way ambazonians can get for learn from this kind of a situation where it dey go on right now in our midst, and we know about it. Yet when we dey talk am, people dey talk say na conspiracy theories. People dey talk their own one way they want for talk am, but say things dem no dey waka the way wey they be suppose for waka. Yes, things dey go different way, and we know say as far as we history be concerned, you go be able for broke am for we and tell we which way dey go on. All right, I completely hand over for you now. Make you go ahead and tell we the story as a day. So if you don't see me for screen, no say I know they are they here right now, but I want just give you the chance for just go ahead when you just reach point where you want me for ask another question or for chip in something. I'll just come in. Yes, but are they right here? Where are they? Listen for you. Over to you, doctor.
Good day, fellow Amazonians. We greet everybody, we salute everybody, all our heroes, and all our fellow countrymen for front home, and those in diaspora. It's another time for history. You like what the way Pastor Commandos talk. It be a time we get to remember, say, this coming week, and it will be a day of national mourning for General Ichubu in remembrance of the foreign hero, where be fallen in dignity um, last Friday. So this coming Saturday would be a day of national mourning for General Ichubu. And on Sunday, this weekend again, we get the national emergency donation will kick, emergency draft for Bowie County will kicked off. And after that, the other Sunday, we'll get emergency draft again for Ngoketunja, and the other week it will get national emergency draft for Fundian. So it will be in this order: Bui, and followed by Ngoketunja, then followed by Ndian, back to back, because it be national emergency draft. Then, apart from that, we, as what you were Pastor Commander talk concerning mayors and some self-appointed quarterheads where they receive some things from the colonial master. Well, we don't get to give too much attention for that, because it has always been a politicking of how the colonial master is behaving. Before this broadcast, I was just enjoying the way our SOS for communication was giving out the history of how our systems are being dribbled. When they see that you are working very hard, like the man who was working in CDC, the CDC man, he was taken from there and he was promoted. And they brought in, because the CDC man is a man, I mean, he was a accountant background, and they brought in Misonge to be the CDC manager. Then, in order to now really execute and kill CDC, they promote the man to prime minister, and they use that man. No, where did they go? They use that man for execute more things, for kill the CDC very well, and they take the CDC headquarters from Bota to colonial headquarters over there. We will not call any name, but everybody know where the CDC is now. Is overseas. It's in foreign land. So that is how they have they everything they wanted to do everything to really attack our economy. And when people are crying, they should, like what the communication secretary was saying, go and ask Musonge what did he do with CDC. And for the other thing, and for our current affairs, where I'm still landing, is still on current affairs. Last week we've been a noise makers of some chiefs where they did for overseas. First, they start live. The one for live, we say they go for do some museum. So they did for museum. They did for museum. They want gather information from museum. Wow, museum. Wrong timing. You will do museum the time where we are at war. You come out, you leave your fundum, you go for foreign land. Even for you, for cried wherever you were, that look, I'm not interested in any museum. What am I trying to do? What did I get to do with museum? My people are dying. Children are dying. Innocent children, innocent women are dying. Massacre, genocide is going on. It was shout for them, say genocide day. I am not from any museum. Now they just the clinging corpse, clinging that with the West, as the commander said, Satan's urine, right? So they make that thing, but they want to go for shady deals. Even for that thing where they want for talk say they don't take or achieve them. The question we will ask them say, how many really are our chiefs? Because somebody look very well. They see some people in for foreign land where they dress like our chiefs too, because they on the other side they also dress, but they leave that one. They focus now on our chiefs. Amazonian, shine your eye very well. Amazonian, shine your eye. Why? Because would tell you, take 2, 3 people. Those of us listening out there, tell us, how many people where the day from really our, because we will see some people they see some chief of small London there, they see some what again? We're gonna never see. Pastor Commando, do you see any, what can you identify among those chiefs who are the chiefs from our land? How many of them are from let's because we now get in our current affairs. Amazonia be divided into 3 zones. All right, we have the Atlantic zone. We have the Savannah zone. We have the Equatorial zone, or what you call what? Pastor Commando. There are three. Actually, there are three
Zone,
zones.
yeah. There
Huh?
are three zones, yeah. Equatorial zone, yeah. There are three zones. The equatorial zone, yeah,
Atlantic,
yeah.
Equatorial, and Savannah.
No,
Okay.
Atlantic, mid that there's Midland,
Uh-huh.
Atlantic, Equatoria, Midland,
Okay.
Atlantic, and Equatoria.
Uh-huh. And Equatorial, or Savannah,
Mm.
rather. So, okay.
So
How many chiefs we know? Okay, when we talk, when we just ask question now within ourselves. How many
yes,
chiefs you really know? How many chiefs you know among those chiefs where they say our chiefs they don't go? How many chiefs? Okay, let's start from
no,
from Atlantic. How many chiefs from Atlantic?
doctor. To be very candid, when they be talk
Yeah.
say that thing they happen, I open my eye, I dey look, I dey try for watch for see if I fit recognize any of the chiefs the way they talk. I no recognize me no one, not a single one. So
Even from
uh,
Mid-Atlantic zone.
no, even from Savannah Zone and Mid Atlantic, I no recognize no
They
one,
say the
not a
small
single one.
London. They say some chief for small London be there. You know we know?
You know,
Small
no,
London.
listen. Wait to where
Uh-huh.
France they try for do I say they know say in those days the chiefs in Gumjoa's house of chiefs, house of funds, they will be very
Mhm.
powerful and be
Yeah.
decision makers. And so they don't try all means for make sure that they coerce Ambazonians them, bring them on their knees. So the check say they chief them where actually they don't run their palaces and their fondoms, and they live in boys' quarters for Yaoundé. So they pick them
Uh-huh.
up from boys' quarter in Yaoundé, then send them over there, thinking that they still get that authority where they will get them in the days of Ngumjua. And
Okay,
meanwhile,
they
some of
put
these chiefs,
them. I say
hold
yes.
on. Meanwhile, some of
Okay.
these chiefs meanwhile, some of these chiefs them now small boys the way they born them a few years ago, where they don't even know
Mhm.
Ahijo. They don't even know Ahijo. And then they grew up for that corruption system to the point that they even school from Guakele, school for Swa, the school for that place, they learn all where they learn now corruption. And then money eye open them to the point that they will sell even their whole palace, then take the money, put them. Of course, they're not going to enjoy them because they go die liver. So most of those small boys, when they take and go for that place, they don't get no nothing. They don't get no nothing for do with Ambazonians because their rule and their leadership Ambazonia they don't expire since. They themselves, they know it. Why are they not staying in their hometowns and in their villages? I don't talk say many of them there for boys' quarters for Yaoundé. Now for the way they stay. So they pick them up. Then pick some Bamileke one them two way they manage for jongle, and then put on some of the dresses like with on traditional dresses, and then they try for mix up and they try for hold some of the edifice where some of our people did hold them for hand. They try for hold them. Just everything imitation. So I want to talk say people like Angwafo, when are the real people them? People they like the fun of Bafut, people like Ngaliga from Bali. Even though most of them they hide, and then the one the way they stay for boys' quarter for Yaoundé. None of this one they go for that place. So you want to talk like small boys and like the Chalimba from Munguzang, and then you want to talk about this boy from Babugu, where talk say be the fun of funds. Of course, the fun of Babalang, they don't fit see. So some of the real notables, the way we know, say at least they still be in a quarter head them. That one that we call as a quarter head because the real fund in Ambazonia, like probably we don't chop them. Apart from this few way, they turn up, say they need to join them, they don't do nothing. Like Libafoot, like Mancon, like Bali, and a few others. For Atlantic Zone, I don't know me. No, I don't know me. First of all, their own fundum for Atlantic Zone, it be some kind. So I don't know me any of them where they don't come and say they go for that place. So now it's still the old-fashioned game where like the program see say all man don't fail. And they believe say we, the Ambazonians, we still get a hold on our traditions. So they now say if we plug the traditional head, then all man go fall. Trying to make the scripture where it talks say strike the sheep. I mean the shepherd and the sheep go scatter. but they don't know say this one not be shepherd them again. They don't chop all the sheep so they won't finish. So they now go now for see whether they fit gather the crumbs and sell the remaining one them. But we don't wise. Ambazonia, none of those things whether people then go do them for that place. It not be for Ambazonia. They are doing it on their own. It not be for Ambazonia at all. They are doing it for their own. So if you go on doctor to ask you
Yeah,
something.
no, no, we dissect the lies of the West. Number one, they say the chiefs from Amazonia, all right? You want to look around, you yourself will not be able to identify one
I know
from
fit.
all the
I know
three
be fit.
zones. Number
Yes.
one. The only person where the person, when the small London people, they confront him, he say no, some relative invite him for some other thing. He just come now for get them because they don't invite you for some occasion. Then they say, but we see you talk about museum. They say, well, we don't want to talk about museum only because when we go back, we want set of museum. Even that one eye, one way did it because you see one eye person will be king among the blind. Am I right? One eye
Yes,
person
yes.
will be
One
king.
person.
So enough he shout, say genocide, woo-li-li-li-li-li-li-li, genocide. He just talk, he normal as if nothing not happen. He be on exile. Almost close that
Yeah.
chapter. They on
Yeah.
exile. Any other person where that boy where they don't go, where they not even know any history about anything, where they just come up to the throne. All the day on self-exile. They don't put themselves deep into the hole. And they do on self-exile. It would take a long way to actually bring them back to the real thing. Um, the the playbook, the playbook of giving out things where they don't give mayor and self-appointed quarterhead some stuff. Now for try for buy them, but those things a bit dead on arrival because this
Mm-hmm.
generation is never again generation. You know, if not that this politics of giving try for take that thing for gum their people their mouth. Do you remember the this young man wait that very time he climbed on top of a vehicle. He asked people to buy the casket. They buy casket.
Okay.
Each
Yeah.
say give me
Yeah.
independence or you put me inside here. That
Mm-hmm.
was the common straw because that was a real thing that people were looking for. The population were looking for. They were looking for something that because it will be like people that were pregnant with something and they were looking for where to deliver the child. The child that they never again generation have today is that they have there is no other choice than that one was. Can you say something about? They take that tape go stereotype that young man. No, remember the young man. No, they talk
Yes.
again.
Uh Coffin. I checked the coffin. That
Oh
man waiting for prison, no? Now which one
yes,
again? I checked it.
now
Uh-huh.
you now
Yes.
you
Okay, yes. Right
yes.
inside for there.
Uh-uh.
Okay. All right.
Now they
You see, yeah.
begin to understand the playbook. You know that John
Yes.
that John Nimba where we be manager for CDC, if we chief accountant as the communication secretary talk, it be difficult for really it will be difficult for take anything, even one penny, not shilling from an accountant, very difficult. Even when they take it, go make it Minister of Agriculture, when an accountant, you don't know what to do. They still want for dribble you for catch the CDC from you, he no agree. So they can't move
Yes.
you. They can't move you now. They first promote Musonge for being the CDC man, all right?
Mhm,
So
mhm,
for
mhm.
Musonge, the sister na correct man that because he don't get the background for accounting. Wait, he don't know the value of our plantations, all right?
Mhm.
So
Yep.
when they give that prime minister chair, what will happen? They say, oh yeah, bring that CDC. Where never deny. Okay, Musongewe, the son of the soil, from that side, he do it. He
Yeah,
say,
I
no
sell them.
problem. He say, Bota, what's a Bota headquarter there? Bring that Bota headquarter, maybe for colonial headquarter. He say, no
Mhm,
problem. You don't give me
mhm.
my prime minister chair, no? I don't
Yeah, me
care.
I should not really begin chop. Me I
Me, I
begin
sit down.
chop. Me the other people die.
I will do anything.
Mhm.
So it is the playbook where when you come back, the reason why all this the what Dr. Tita said, he found out it was all innuendos because the colonial master he don't try everything, he don't weigh out everybody. It's they try all means for contact our president, His Excellency Samuel Ikome Sako. They try. They try. This is somebody that you cannot, you can, you bring all the money of the world. Ambazonia is not for sale for him.
Yes,
So when they don't
doctor.
try all money palava, waka, they say, okay, man will look all kitchen sink now for talk all kinds of things about him for destroy him. Waka.
Yes,
Because we
doctor.
did never
I want,
again generation.
yes, I want to talk. Say why would he emphasize? Because I don't hear
Mm-hmm.
some people as people they right. They talk say when I can't talk down our history. People they die for ground. That is some people then they way I don't know where to where they really be wrong with them. So they want
Mm-hmm.
everything for stop. If we stop for talk the history, people they go stop for die for ground. Of course, they not go stop for die for ground.
Mm-hmm.
We detail we the history so that make we know where this thing they come out from. Say if it don't happen before,
Mm-hmm.
when they become a bribe, they real fund them. When the Otonton Ambazonia them,
Mm-hmm.
they deny. We remember
This
how the fund of
Autotone,
Bafut
that is
they
sons of the soil.
the
Yeah.
people they went
That is
and them get grown, now
yeah.
grown people them.
People they for ground. Yeah,
I
sons of the
remember
soil.
for history how we hear how the fund of Bafut we fight Sote, they call themselves Kata because they will defeat the Germans, carry their moto
Mm-hmm.
for head, go.
Mm-hmm.
So now that kind of people them way, if you see the resistance where they be get up. Now we bring this history for talk say most of the erosion. Say doctor erosion na something where it chop small, small,
Mm-hmm.
small, 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 small,
Yeah.
small. Even
Mm-hmm.
geographers they need to notice that until one day the one come they see a big big gutter where that thing don form am. No be overnight
Mm-hmm.
e form am. They be chop am small, 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 small. So all these small small boys dem wey they born them yesterday wey they no know they only know say ahijo, but they never ever know wetin wey ahijo be dey. Some of them only hear
Mm-hmm.
ahijo for name, and then they now know Paul Bia, and they now know the rule of Paul Bia. Every wicked thing. In fact, when somebody divorced now for La Republic of Cameroon, na Paul Bia, where you cook chop, you
Mm-hmm.
know, don't find na Paul Bia. Anything, and all that way they know, say na Paul Bia. And the people they went to the chop brook pot, when at the day for Paul Bia corner, like some of these uh I know one for these illiterate elders, where they sell their own family, sell their own papa, their grave, for strangers, for foreigners. You begin wonder where to where it go on with them. And they will
Mm-hmm.
now come up and we start for fight for say, make we take back the land. And we stand on taking back the land. Then some people then where they be disgruntled because their ways they not be straight. And because their ways they not they straight, they want make any other person away not they straight. And the person where they straight, they go bring all kinds of accusations, all kinds of blackmail, all kinds of gossip, talk and talk and talk and talk. But then something they way be very comfortable with, where it dey around the whole world. If you want for proof, say wait way to talk or wait way to talk na true, do it. Mo see am. Now, President Dr. Sarkodis, it is still call for lockdown. It is still call for people then for contribute so that me they sponsor our real boys the way they dey for ground for defend themselves. Although, doctor, some question they were want to ask you. Some boys then dey where did they wake up, they make a lot of noise, and then they point finger for diaspora. Oh, diaspora, they take with money, they chop up. Now their money. Some of them need for be very much caution. Remember, say we don't talk for a year. Say one day the interim government be wake up, see say these people they struggle. We catapult them and stones. They say, okay, since when they face the real battle, the real bullet, we will supply una, we will help una. Then as it do am, like say it they help them, they don't take them now, they point finger. So when I hear some of those boys, they woke up, they talk, say, now we have a diaspora to cause confusion. Now we have a diaspora make them things they know the worker. Now we have a diaspora. Then they point diaspora, call diaspora, where they themselves, they know say they be only the try for fight by themselves. Diaspora come in for help. And as diaspora come in for help, some people them for diaspora are true. They make this money gam, so they chop them. Like we don't see the $135,000 where Chris Anu, Abongwa, and Egiawan, they no fee account for the money. Where they ask them at that time, they say classify. Now it don't come out in the open. There's 65,000 for Fako, where Ason, here and Mola, they say me they go for waiting for audit. They say no, me form but go to. I mean, all those kind of gameplay. Then they wake up now, finger to go only for Dr. Sako, and always where they point finger on Dr. Sako, now innuendos. That means say till where they don't get no proof. And then once see some women them, especially that one for Europe, where they talk so, thread that they come out for a neck. It they talk lies so for daytime, so all man they see. He wake up talk say, oh, Dr. Sako don't do this. The very man where he talk say, now he trained doctor, so I can't talk say, no, madam, no be me. They didn't change him. He say, maybe they talk now. Can you imagine? So these are the kind of people the way with the talk where they be the followers of Musonge, Peter John Gute, and all these other people the way they still try for sell Amazonia. Why would they talk so? We don't see the whole historical background where the SOS for communication, it bring them, it talk. Why would they talk this thing? Would they talk these things and make the Amazonian and their eyes then open? Say, we don't be for this thing, God, it don't step in, and it don't hold, the thing don't come tight for some corner, where no man no do if he manipulate. Because if God no be bring a godly man where she don't say, no more, this thing for don't go since. See Santos them. They now they sing praises for La Republique. See the other people them. I don't even know me this some of this bunch of practical, immoral unbelievers where they don't know, they don't get no conscience about their dying people. Then they. Now all proofs they don't prove say they don't can enter. Now for say now Dr. Sako if they do this one, they go hijack somebody a business, hijack a palm plantation, hijack a worker them, can't put picture. Saying that this work at them. So all those kind of lies where they be verifiable, they don't verify them. They see say they don't be true. But because Ambazonian them, where they be of goodwill, they keep quiet, they allow these lies them, they prosper, they spread to the point that some people them for home front, where I don't actually blame them because ABC too, it never they talk from time to time. But we need to be as vocal as the corrupt and coup plotters. And they almost 24/7 for tell people their lies, for deceive the Amazonian people. And when you be an Amazonian and you not get somebody not tell you where you get for here, you will hear anything from anybody and you will believe them. And that's why our government TV, it give for come out, tell the people them the truth. Yes, now true say a number of them by now, they don't play some game. No matter what you do, it just get some people anyway, they don't lock them out. But then, even they lock them out, after some time, we hear how they don't go read them, they don't go see them. Facebook, no, they announce and say, we're there on. YouTube, no, they announce and say, we're there on. But they on for
Mm-hmm.
all these things, them, and they keep them. So, Ambazonians, you where you listen directly live now, you fit tell the other people them. Make they go back, go listen, so that make they get knowledge. But when they don't come pump you with lies, pump you with lies, pump you with lies, and tomorrow they fizzle out. Now, how you gonna know
Mm-hmm.
saying a lie? When they tell you something today, tomorrow they talk another thing. For the same question, for the same problem, they talk another thing. That is a lie. The truth now,
Mm-hmm.
when you don't talk they wake up you for morning time, you talk they wake up you for midnight, you talk the same thing. After tomorrow, you talk the same thing. Consistency. That means say that one, you know that frame. Some people will
Exactly.
cram lies and so cram and cram and cram and cram and cram. At the end of the day, their lives, their lies go still proof. Say this thing they be cramming. So what are we saying?
Mm-hmm.
We tell ambassadors and they say, may they open their eyes, may they watch
Mm-hmm.
out. Our history be for tell una wait to wait it don't happen, and wait to wait they happen, where it go join back for wait to wait don't happen, and it happen now because say we never know wait to wait it don't happen, so that we will make correction, so that make it not happen again. And so if we not
Mm-hmm.
talk now, tomorrow our pikin will still go through the same thing. So one for tell you say wait to wait to go on now with Ambazonia now because we don't come out in the light. We don't come out openly for talk. Social media don't make them. We will come out, come talk. In those days, be days so. Amenities they be put them under the carpet. Today we not put
Mm-hmm.
anything under the carpet. If you get a real proof, for sure, the Ambazonian people say this man, he don't thief. This man, I see how they brandish my name for social media by one Jezebel like that. I just laugh. If you go for mission, we remember say the president be go on a mission and something happened in Brazil. If you put down wings and fly, or if you drink na water, or if you go make na prayer for pay flight, reach for that place. And then when you already, and then when you see some people the way they don't get no nothing for talk, they say they are putting my name. Say $2,500. What is $2,500 compared to thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars? Where some people they don't chop them, where they know they talk them. So this $2,500, if you pay president a hotel, pay president a transport, pay outreaches for Brazil, so they just to do this thing they for intimidate us so that we will feel forget what we dey talk, then come begin talk on rubbish wey be no be founded. This revolution we dey use money for reach out, you know, we dey use money for reach out, and a lot of people dem dey wey Satan don take them over, make dem spoil this thing. They want somebody who will come in, then totally declare for La Republic, hand we over for La Republic, and we see them because by their fruits, by their actions, we will know.
We shall not.
Many years ago, we dey talk say ADF, ADF, ADF. Many people them. That one woman where I hear they make noise yesterday so much, they cry. I hear say na he be one of the sponsors of Ayabacho. When the one talk, Immaculate Akuma, where he been
Mm.
I hear say been a pastor. I hear say been a pastor, but they no be the belief because this demon, it go come out, it go talk a language that it go captivate everybody, and people they go want for follow. Until today, we don't ask say which side they fight. If one hear one of the best fighters where they really deal with La Republic, they don't kill him. Who don't kill him? Now ADF. And when we talk say ADF now La Republic, many people them they say no, 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 no. Show we who's where they fight. Like this other one, no one for use names, derogative names. This other one, he call himself, say, Sama Thomas. He come to talk rubbish the other day. Rubbish, complete rubbish. Where if you ask, say, the money where they be give time, where be a defense chief for Mancon, making sure we also way keep them. If he talk, they can't talk about
Mm-hmm.
money where somebody use them, travel. And a gear one, we don't join them for these coup plotters. He knows what he came here and was doing. He did write letters all over the place for destroy the image of the interim government. But unfortunately, We don't talk say this battle, this struggle now, we don't hand them over for God. And we must talk the
Amen.
truth. Because when we should don't
Mhm.
quiet, when we not to mention this thing them, they feel say, oh, they need to talk because they be guilty. No, we need to always want to come out for defend ourselves. Now we dey talk now because it don't be history. We don't see the side way some of these people them where they don't
Mhm.
already fall. Because when any man chop the money for the republic, whether you be pastor or you be who, your language will change. Oh yes,
Mhm.
we don't see am. Your language will change. You know, to talk no more in the favor of Ambazonian people, in the favor of going to Boya. You dey talk now, your language, your mouth, be like say they don't put water for them, or you get some gravel, we don't put them for your mouth. Why? Because that money, we don't chop them, we don't take them. It
Blood
can
money.
destroy you both in the spirit and in the physical. And when it destroy
Mhm.
you in the spirit, you know they take long with know you in the spirit, in the spiritual. Go out back and find out the people the way they be dey shout yesterday, where like the man where he say they carry coffin, then turn up for up, they shout. All of them, they will be ready for enter Boya. They will be ready
Mhm.
for enter Boya. But La Republic use a big time manipulation where at the end of the day, it no work. As it no work, it try all means. Bilingualism no work. National Conference no work. NDA no work. APNC for Philadelphia no work. Then he called the recent one now where the coup plotters, he know the work. Now I don't the
Mhm.
result for call chief. Chief the way they don't lost their position. Chief the way they not even there for their villages. It take them go for display, make they go do wetin. So wetin wey we dey talk for here na say we don decide to go forward. Sunday na a day wey we dey come back, whether na uh, uh,
Boy,
uh,
boy.
boy, we dey come back for Sunday for support that people dem, for support the boy people dem. All that
And
disunity
before
thing
Sunday,
wey
we get national mourning for Ishubu for
yes, and
Saturday.
when I have also
National
get
mourning
money for
for
Isubu,
Ishubu.
and
Yeah.
that way, Yabaron infiltrate, then immediately he enter for Bui, then by the heart of some people, the way they be say they be men of God. I don't know whether God not to talk for them again, you know. Then they go agree, say, okay, Unity Warriors. As soon as Unity Warrior come in, what will happen? People they start for die. Important people, the real defenders, they start for die. Not in the hands of La Republique. We hear one criminal like a Capo, I know the one for call their name for here. You know, it
Mhm.
come, I can't talk say, me they give you the head of Nsubu. As if he talks to me, they give the head of Chacha. All the fighters, they tell one of the chief Ali Baba and the 40 thieves, one of the chiefest gangs, what they call and say Efang,
Mhm.
where is still the hide. God will find you out, Efang. Don't worry. Your days are numbered.
Mhm.
They say make you prepare. Kill all the ARF the way they no one join for go for la Republic. When I go try. Before when I want finish them, when I go finish God first. When I finish God. If truly, truly, this fight, now God a fight. I want tell when I today say, when I don't fail. Somebody can't tell me.
Mhm.
They say, but you say you're a man of God. Why is this too much fighting and so on? I ask you one simple question. You don't ever fight for one house. Who be carry and go outside? Now you or your brother. Because when they fight, two people they fight for inside house. One
Let's
person.
go back to the history of Israel. The history of Israel,
Yes.
right? You see, there were fightings. There was this the 250 elders that came up. They say Moses is taking too much, and God wiped
Mm-hmm.
them away. And
Uh-huh.
they have tribe. They tribe that backslid. That like they split the kingdoms into two. But Israel is still standing today. Remember the northern kingdom and the southern
Mm-hmm.
kingdom. It was
Mm-hmm.
split into two.
Yeah.
The enemy thought that they were going to defeat the children of Israel. God's
Yep.
covenant is very, very powerful. God's covenant with Israel is still that covenant with Amazonia because of the covenant with Abraham. Through Abraham shall all the families of the earth be blessed, and including Amazonia is part of the covenant. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Pastor, there was this issue of cheat because our ears are down, but Amazonia, when I get to know, say anything where they don't sign up for there, na dead on arrival. You don't get any use because how many times they don't sign to book them? What about the one for Fumban? The Fumban now, everything will be fine now. Maybe now we not forget all this never again generation. We not forget never again generation. We get never again generation because Fumban did not work. And all this sunshine book where they go sunshine, they now just for waste time. The mayor.
I said, doctor,
Mm-hmm,
doctor,
mm-hmm.
person where he don't lost respect for inside your own very house. You do go for stand for represent na who. That is why that thing where they call and say RC, where we get some people they way they don't get nobody where they feel say they go give an account. That's why the interim House of Reps it come in now.
You know, the real one, the
Nobody
real
can stand there.
submission.
Yeah, you know if you come there, you say you be neutral. You be neutral for side. You be neutral for side. So those are the kind of
Yeah.
gimmicks and the games where the Republic they play, where they
Mm-hmm.
still want to enter for with history. So when you get that kind of people, they talk say they be neutral. Even the SCNC, most of the members of the SCNC, they come from LGAs.
Mm-hmm.
We not talk to me, you know, hold your NCAC something, but you must be identified in your LGA. You must be for your LGA for sure. Say you represent your people, but just can't enter for there be in a vacuum. No, we don't go further. That's why we also
Another
do
day,
everything
no,
for
that's
one
why
day, for one day our people they for ground say if you take any money from anybody now your dead warrant we don't tell you we don't feel hold your hand for no take them we don't feel hold your truth we don't feel close your eyes but we don't tell you where they talk for that adage say a word to a wise is enough no take money for la republic it don't come open now. This one where they don't come out for play for whether Paris where they go enjoy themselves. They say they don't give them some small change, chicken chin change. For come give una. When I don't hear Nambere, whether they talk true, they talk not lie, but you cry, it tell we. And for when I there for that place call I say DDR or whatever. You are cry for day, the rich we. Smoke no fit there where fire no day. We know there's fire
mm-hmm.
where you to go through. We only hear the smoke and they hear the smoke. So Ambazonian, you where you know get papa, you know get mama. They don't finish your family, burn your house. Are you there? Wait for run, die for sea, die for wilderness, for how do you call them? You know day. Now, if you go hide inside house, they go fish you out there. The best thing for you for do now for wake up, turn up, defend yourself. Defend yourself. Because if you sit down quiet, they will kill you. Yes, or we go die. But not die like a chicken, where the men they just kick leg them. Die like a man. Defend yourself. You say, yes, defend yourself. That is why the interim government make sure that everybody wait there for home front make it be prepared for defend himself. Because
So
the
concerning
gullible and langa to fund them, they don't go take blood money for can't kill una. And they go kill una if you take the money. Yes, go ahead, doctor.
concerning this point where we raised and for current affairs, today we just deposit to talk much, elaborate to educate our people, so that many not go for wrong side of history. This mayor and self-appointed quarterhead, what did they don't do with them again? Tell us more. Blanket, blanket don't change hand.
Blanket don't change hand. When
Money don't
they
finish.
discover
I say,
when they
Pastor,
discover yes,
money don't
I
finish.
hear you.
Money
Now
don't
today
finish.
today finish. When you hear
They
they
don't go
talk say
borrow. They don't go borrow blanket. Na China blanket. Na China blanket from China.
whether come up for outside now another way that for come finish kill more of our people. We don't tell them say me they not cover the blanket, take and burn them. Because if we deny for take and
Yes.
right for their presence, they go come for night kill you, say na amber,
Okay.
and say
May I say
you
some?
go
May I say
betray.
something? May I say something again? That you don't know whether that blanket it get this thing where they put up. They put something, some thing where they go tracker. That blanket, if you get tracker, there's no free gift from colonial master. If they give you something, if they give you blood money, they will follow you, kill you again on top of the money. If they give you blanket, you better be careful, because they get tracker. If you don't do what they don't tell you for do, because you degree, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. You don't do what they do, they get tracker. They go follow you. They go track you. They go pin you down. Say you never finish the business where you don't agree for take them. These Langa truth people, them, man. Now only God will help with this self-appointed
Yeah.
quarterhead.
Yeah, you see, one of the La Republique, if you talk say no mayor, no day for Savannah zone, no day for Equatorial zone, and no day for Atlantic zone. No mayor,
Midland.
no day day. For Midland,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, for Midland. No mayor, no day day. Savannah, Midland, and Atlantic. So no mayor, no day day because they no be vote. So now appointment, when somebody appoints you, what you get for
Mm-hmm.
do? You get for dance according to a tone. That is why in
That's
the
where they pay
history,
piper. The
yes,
piper go
the
they
history
pay the payer the payer the payer go dictate the tune of the piper. Yeah.
for the history of Ambazonia, when they mention the first three presidents, they didn't mention Estimuna, say we be prime
Yep.
minister. No, they didn't
Because we
mention
did
him.
here for real history. A real
Yes,
history, not just for that fake one. Yeah.
they didn't mention you. Why did not be mention you when I be take over after Gumjwa? Now
Mm-hmm.
because the Republic we don't already come in, can't see a traitor, then buy you over plus a conscience, then carry the headquarters, go for Yawande. Just like when you hear the revelation, say Yawande can't discover that accountant for CDC, take it out,
Mm-hmm.
bring Musonge, put it for day. What did
Mm-hmm.
Musonge do? He quickly sell the land. Not only selling
Carry
the
the
land, he sell,
carry the
sell
headquarter
for
from
some
Buta.
people. Where when you sell land,
Not able.
the man will buy you, he buy land, he buy plus you. So he buy ye, he carry the headquarters, carry the land, go for Yaoundé. So the figurehead will remain for inside down here. Now the boys them from Yaoundé, Nyamavu, chop Brook Port. Now they chop the place very well. Now a few sons of the land, the owners of the land. I don't know whether you remember that parable where some pa he beget a land. He keeps some people, they became work. Then
Mm-hmm.
one day he sent his servant, they made they go take chop. They go there, they beat he, they beat them. Then he sent some other one, they beat and kill him. Then he sent the only son. They finish and they say, now this one will inherit the land. We'll take him. They beat that son, kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Then the master himself, he appeared. I want to tell Ambazonians, say, 1961, the owner of the land of Ambazonia, he don't send messengers, send people, send other people for take back our land. They malhandle them, mistreat them. Today, ye self, you don't come down for take a land. And as you don't come for take a land, I want to tell Ambazonians, they say, La Republic is a shadow. They themselves, they know say they be shadow. And many
Mm-hmm.
of the people, the way they support them, they know say they are a shadow. Now, any man they talk say, may I chop because tomorrow I go die. Chop Brook Pot. They are not caring for anything about their family, their children. No. Better if they didn't find for my days. Okay, even if the children they kill them all, that one are their generation. As for me, I don't enjoy. That is actually the mindset of so many of these wicked ancestors. Them. I'd call them ancestors because they don't be too old way they for shidon for caring homes. How would I call that name for when I place the doctor? That people where they put them for they tie them napkin where they old like Paul Biaso. They put them for
Now senior citizens, senior
serious
citizens.
serious citizen. And they keep them for some homes now. They need to
Yes.
stay amongst the people. Yes, they keep
Yeah.
them for some particular home. They need to stay among people.
Mm-hmm.
Amazonian this way. senior citizens, they don't become beggars, so that they keep them for boys' quarter for Yaoundé, where they no fit
Mm-hmm.
get no nothing. I remember, say one of the La Republique historians. He talking laugh for Equinox. He say you recall that one say na prime minister. Prime minister means say na minister where they come before any other minister come. Now all that if you do it, even when they want make appointment, they even consult you, they even tell you. If you want just hear where they don't make the appointment. So this thing has been going on systematically. Now, at the conclude say our people have been hypnotized, and that is why these 3 days, Ambazonians, these 3 days, Reverend Dr. Victor don't send out the Zoom.
Flyer.
If you be
Mm-hmm.
if you be a child of God and you believe in the deliverance of the God of heaven, would want to make you join we 10 p.m. Amber time today for a particular Zoom where Dr. Victor don't send them out. Join with 10 p.m. for prayers because La Republic they confused, they perplexed, and then they don't throw stones and they check say they want fight Nasako, but they don't know say God it is surprise human beings. If you take somebody where it be very common, somebody where you all know, somebody where you even
Mm-hmm.
know the history, he enter for that person, he begin act, and then you go
Mm-hmm.
despise it because this man I know him. I will be there for Victoria in those days. I will be there for Yaoundé. I know this man will be there for will they play draft for this place. Oh no, the pastor that we get church for this place. No, no, sir. God, if you do a thing way, that's why it talk say the foolish things of God they be wiser than the wisdom of men. When
You
God do
remember?
something,
You remember this man in the scriptures, Josiah. Josiah. They
yes, who
said
was 8
Josiah
years
was,
old.
yeah. He
8
began to
years
reign.
old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So God can use
Mm-hmm.
anybody, and there are times that. Let me ask you, Pastor. Your grandchild is it a son? You know,
Yes, a
if that
son.
grandchild, if you take your grandson in the West here, they make
Mm,
he grew up becoming a policeman. You did drive for road and
mm.
you get speeding ticket. Your grandson not go issue a speeding ticket. He
You
will
go issue
issue
am.
speeding
You go
because
issue.
the uniform where he wear them, it represent a nation. So
Yes.
you're not there for banana republic. We're there for a place
Mm-hmm.
where people the rule of the law they take place.
It work. They
So
don't care who you be. Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So wait what would the talk say Ambazonia? Uh the God now God get the last saying. And when he get the last saying, the person where go fit give the person for talk the last saying, no go even boast because that person doesn't even know. Say nah, he just depend on God. And
Mm-hmm.
when he make his own small mistake them and people capitalize on it, then he continue for do the best way if he do. But when you feel see somebody where Satan don't enter he come out talk say, I have the last saying. When I will talk, everybody will bow. That is to show you that's the Luciferian spirit, the spirit of pride.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't see, say, with the struggle for go for Ambazonia and all the stories where some of the Jezebel them. You know, Jezebel in the trial of a preacher. I don't know whether you listen to that sermon
Yeah.
where you see
For
this Jezebel, where did he talk?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Where did he talk? They don't know which way did he talk. Substantiate which way did he talk now. You go take bill where now a journey where somebody make them. You can't become brandisher. $2,100. I see that thing, I laugh. I say, see, these people don't degrade themselves to the point that they make history very, very interesting. They want the
Mm-hmm.
way we all know. I brought the deal, the terrible deal. He talk say no, no, the deal, but I brought the deal. Then you know what take the person where bring terrible deal, the judge. Then you sit down for the clap. Then you go follow person where they go bring deal can yam for you. What kind of stupidity is that? That is the La Republic mentality where they don't buy you over. Your eye to be blind. You know to
Mm-hmm.
see who's away the beginning may start, who's away you slide before you fall. You dey blame the place where you put of the land. That is not correct. Check who's away you slide fall so that tomorrow you no go slide fall for the same place. If now he bring deal, bad deal, remove him because he go still bring another bad deal tomorrow. For take we go for La Republic to Cameroon, but people they know they see. Ambazonians, shine your eyes. We are here to give you this lecture for no say we say what we did today. It be because people they be there like you, where they not be one for talk the truth, and where they will believe in gossips and lies and fabricate them, and lies can never build a nation. Lies na sansan for water. It doesn't matter the kind of mansion we build for sansan for water. When they are wake up, it go destroy them. And that is
Mm-hmm.
why it wait way it happen. Yes, wait way it happen. But you see, say in the 4-year reign of Dr. Sako, Ambassador don't be known in the world more than how it was known for 50-something years of all the struggle. Where will be the struggle? Yes, now true say social media no be there. Yes, now true social media no be there. Yes, we thank the people the way they make them, because the glory not to go for Dr. Sako, it go for God, where it enable all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Before Dr. Sako, some people they will create the road. Now, if you create road and you come out, you don't maintain the road. Look, make I tell you, we talk to the one that got a struggle. And some people they do something where they fulfill got a word where they don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Bible talk say, make you not make your good to be evil spoken of. If at Yuktabe, it be Shidon for prison, leave people for answer me, they fight for ye. If it be the hero of Ambazonia, pass all time on people them. If it be the hero. But it make it good for being evil spoken of. Go take some stooges, some drunkards, come put on me, they fight the interim government. Interim government, when are you creator? Because this is the continuation of the interim government. Not be Dr. Sako create interim government. No. If you want to make praises for individuals, now Ayuktabi create interim government, but unfortunately, it don't fulfill the scripture on the negative side. Say, make you not make your good, make it be evil spoken of. His good has been evil spoken of. That is why when we go for this talk, I do always remain Secretary Ambrose, the General Secretary of the Interim House of Representatives. When it be for Home Affairs, it can't resign. It no cause confusion. It shouldn't be quiet. It
That's
come back.
a good example.
Yes, that is why I will
He
still
went to
applaud
his
Dr.
local government to be a
Where
member of the
and he
local
should not
government.
forget to give advice. Yes, he should not forget to give advice. That is why I will still applaud Dr. Tita, the Secretary of State for HSS. As it goes, she don't so. Whether I be do am sincerely or you know be do am sincerely, the result now you with the one time. It don't show you the result. And what is the result?
Yeah.
The result now say wait be one for C, you know, see.
He broke the camel's back.
Where it make them
He
that
broke
is
them.
now
They don't.
I
That
tell
camel don't
Ambazonians.
know how to walk again.
Yes, I tell Ambazonians, doctor, I tell Ambazonians, they say any government where did they make tumbu before they vote ye, make sure say if you do follow ye, you do follow you too for tumbu because one day go broke calabash and at the end that okay, they don't count, she don't say no interim government no the work, nobody know the work. You where you be talk say you the work, then you are prophetess. You can't talk say me you be president or Abongwa be president, Chris Ano be vice and vice versa, Ametuge and so on. Then at the end of the day, the thing can boss come out for make una presidency make a stand when I deny. When I can't she don't make tumbu call Marianta, call Dr. Tita, call some other people there, make them make tumbu. When I wait, they don't profit lie. Say when I'll be president, what are you people waiting? Or the 5 months or 6 months where when I don't give them, now say me they prepare grammar, I can't take over. When I go shine eye, when I go see nothing no go work out because any house will not be built by God, it don't scatter before it start. Yes, now me at the talk, it don't scatter before it start. When I she don't provoke people, they make they talk way to way, we don't give for talk. Because we don't over keep quiet. My president talk for years say, when we be keep quiet for so many things that went wrong. Before the one can correct them, the people things they don't go change. Oh, why nobody can't talk? Why they talk now? Blah 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 blah. When we want to talk now, they say, oh, there has to be divided. They divide among themselves and blah blah blah. Look, you know if you intimidate us. Anybody way it will stay neutral
The story.
in the
That's
midst of
their
truth.
narrative.
Yes.
To read that narrative that.
Any man where stay neutral in the midst of a truth, you are an accomplice to destruction. You be a complicit. You be one of the person where you know the truth. You don't want to talk the truth. Now you want to join lies. You say, no, I'm just being neutral. I don't want to be for any side. I just be me for no side. You are an accomplice. And you except you tell me, say, you know, if it decipher what is the truth about all which way
Mm-hmm.
they go on. Truth not be for many talking, for much talking. Truth not the action. Truth not the
Exactly.
action. Yes. When you go in
Yeah,
for records,
I be one for I be just one for remind Amazonians because with all the thing where they will happen now, many people they just look at people where they talk. You know, remember in the last presidential speech, even made people understand the disciple of Jesus Christ. Say they will get different people of different characters where they if they mold them up, except Judas where he lost them. Um, this Passion Week where we did it, this Easter week we did it tomorrow on a Good Friday and Sunday on Easter Sunday. Jesus Christ, it meet up from deep. You know the sons of Zebedee, where they want cross
mhm,
for Samaria. He said, make Jesus give them power, make they burn Samaria, make they burn them. You know,
mhm,
there are people like that who want to revenge in a wrong way. But
yeah,
Jesus Christ
yeah,
say, you don't know the spirit way there, you be sons of
let them
thunder.
inside you.
And
Mhm,
Peter, he go deny Christ 3 times. You know, many
mhm,
times, if people have there for the ministry of Jesus Christ, they will say, fire the sons of Zebedee, where they want for Bonda Samaria with anger. Fire Peter.
mhm,
Peter will deny you 3 times. Fire this other man. They go to fire people. Jesus will end up maybe with only 6 or 5 disciples. But you be
mhm.
patient. You don't talk something where I caught you up because they they say me will look action, me will not just look speech because
Yes,
action speak more than louder than words. Sometimes
yes.
you see some person, it go talk something, and when you don't talk too much, you say, yes, me I be cool plotter. Me I be cool plotter.
Mhm,
What do you want to do? But
mhm.
you receive it for action, it not be a coup plotter. It did not with we
Yeah.
for the action.
Mhm,
It did do them. Now people they say, he don't talk about coup plotter. He don't talk say be coup plotter. Eh, master, may they fire him. May they fire him. We, if this
you
is
see,
a God given revolution,
okay.
we
Yes.
did listen to God. We did listen to God. People they get to listen to God before they do things. Because if you not listen for God and for get the patience of God, to get the wisdom of God, you will end up, you don't go please anybody. Because God will
Yeah,
be
doc,
annoyed with you. Mm-hmm.
yeah, doctor. Many people then
Mm-hmm.
they way they call God, 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 but they no one for know about this God. When you don't want to talk
Mm-hmm.
about this God, in the way the God wants me to talk about He, they will talk say, you don't bring down a church thing for here. You don't be very
Mm-hmm.
religious, but they believe in a God in revolution. Oh, they believe am.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 3/4 of the people where then they for inside about out of the 8 million people. Let me tell you the sincere truth. 3/4 of the people they know say General Akuma, the one of the first victims. Now for General Akuma, a situation where I've been listening for an
Mm-hmm.
audio them, where I hear the name of Ayabacho for the first time, where Ayabacho
Mm-hmm.
plans to go kill you for Nigeria. I cannot remember the year, I think 2016 or 17, something like that. I listened to all the tapes of Akuma. Then it not take long. Ayabacho kill you. All right. It come for the Simonic of Labialem,
Mm-hmm.
General Ivo of Batibo, Sleazy
Mm-hmm.
of Munyenge, grandfather of Munyenge, General Mad
Mm-hmm.
Dog of Mbatu, Amber Queen of Balinyonga, General
Mm-hmm.
Kuroman of Balinyonga, General
Mm-hmm.
Biebie, Guzang Massacre, General
Mm-hmm.
Ivo of Teke, General Amigo of Bello, General King
Mm-hmm.
of Likomba, General Point
Mm-hmm.
of Ututu, General
Mm-hmm.
Wazuzu, General Divine, Commander
Mm-hmm.
Best, Commander Bad Beef, Commander Fon
Mm-hmm.
of Bui, General Wata,
Mm-hmm.
General Chacha, General
Mm-hmm.
Ayeke, General
Mm-hmm.
Shakira. All these
Yeah.
people go and
Then
find out their
Isubu, then
General
General Isubu.
Shubu, General FM Shubu, You know,
Mm-hmm.
now this now see this my list here be too small. It be too small for mention which way A of G don't do. And many Ambazonas they know. I don't know how we are going to manage get um, um, immaculate Kume where he talk yesterday. If somebody hear
Mm-hmm.
this, you listen to me, please give my number to Immaculate. I want to talk with her because some of the things the way he do for that place. You see, when you say you be a child of God and you dey follow this direction, and you know the pray,
Mm-hmm.
and you know the listen for God, that child of God thing where you dey claim am, if you be now for nothing. Because if you really be a child of God, you see evil, so you go know say na evil. Yes, you go know say na evil. But if you say you be a child of God, I say this one now God led revolution, then you dey still support people the way their character and their testimony be very not even doubtful, but very open. Say they no dey for we. You know, every historic rendering, it don't prove say this man, he be against us, he be against Ambazonia. Now you dey still go for stand for support, and then you call the name of God. Recently, don't come say they can't join the coalition so that make they fight together. Where first of
Mm-hmm.
all, you never fight you one. Now, as soon as he come join and they make you hear he criminal that gang, he talk say any man way he no join ADF, make they take it out. That's the last announcement I hear him say make Efang that big Ali Baba make it take note. Any man will not join ADF, may they take it out. Take it out how? Now by force for work with you. Unity forces where they call and say unity forces before they be the one go together. Now just words where did they use them for cajole these people and kill them? I
It's a
sent a
coded
note.
language. Now, coded
Yes,
language.
because that thing unity force they be don't be united. Bui warriors they be there. The vampires of this other place they be there. Then the lightning of Ngokutunja, and then the jaguars of Boya, and then the manawas of Wututu. All those names,
Mm-hmm.
we don't want working as a unity force under ARF. They are all called Ambassador Restoration Forces, but they had different names. So now the unity that
Mm-hmm.
way don't already. Then because of illiteracy, this criminal he can't use a fourth sense for kill more of our people. Where did one take we
Mm-hmm.
land? Take we back for some time. But listen, as we don't declare, say this fight, we don't hand them over for God. Anybody will not be Ambazonia, he's fighting for zero. Anybody when na Ambazonia, whether you just talk na talk, or you contribute, or you bring an idea, you are fighting, and God must win this battle. You don't go fold your hands. Say, okay, since we don't hand them over for God, and God know all things them, make God go ahead. No, you don't do that. You play your part, and God, he did do his own. So I don't want to go very far. Doctor, our time is running out, and I would like make
Mm-hmm.
you say your concluding words, and then we will call it quit for today and get ready for another encounter tomorrow because we will continue for
Mm-hmm.
make research and we'll bring you way to where you need for know. Over to you, doctor.
Yeah, Ambazonians will not be fooled by anything. Tune to this, our history, because Nafode will be out for educate everybody, both in diaspora and in the home front, because many things are there out there. That's why when you see anything for social media, see anything for WhatsApp, just always come back to the government voice and check with the ABC. What is ABC saying about this matter? Not just take anything, drink them. Take dirty water, drink them. Then begin worry you. But be the person where you be an example. Be prayerful for our forces again on the ground. Be prayerful. Not say this revolution a God given revolution. Stay focused, and sooner than later we will be in Boya to celebrate that great day in Bongo Square. Thank you so much. Happy Easter.
Yes, people of Ambazonia. I want for make una know say this fight where we dey inside, no be we start am, and now we go end am. Why I talk say now we go end am? Because the tempo, the kind momentum where we don't begin gather am, to go, that in 4 years, if not say for the past 2 years, that pandemic where they plan am, talk say na COVID, it can't disturb some of the thing the way we begin for do. We know for the talk this grammar where we dey talk for here. But because God get the time, and I believe say that pandemic, it become too for solve some problems them, or else some people them, you know, for they are alive today. But because God, it be see, how many times they don't plan coups physically for take president somewhere, poison you, take you somewhere, stage play kidnapping, take you somewhere, stage play, you know, whatever. But God is step in. Well, we're not going to hear the story because so many things in their way they go on where many Ambazonians they need for know. Now they say knowledge is power. I know if you get knowledge where you never learn, you never study. I want for plead with the boys. I call them boys for social media, where they make a lot of noise. If you not get verifiable information, that is what Ambazonian EBB built of, verifiable information, not just rumors. And any land, any country where built on rumors, there is no progress. And that's why Africans, they know the progress. There is all kinds of things, superstition, gossip, jealousy, outright hatred, hatred in the daytime and not even in the night, outright hatred, it portray, it show. And that is why we are going nowhere. But then Ambazonia, it gave a go somewhere. Now, other countries, like in the 50s, America be totally depend on God. No meeting, no be day where they want start with they never prayer. Nothing. They will depend on God. At that time, go and check the number of killings where they will take place. Because bad people, they will still there. But they will be very much restricted. More so by the power and by the hand of God. Hand of God will restrict them. The same as God don't protect and keep a number of Ambazonians. La Republic not penetrate. And the Englishman says that the best way to do something is to do it yourself. If you want to do evil, you do it yourself. If you want to do good, you do it yourself. It will be best. After they don't fight for how many years, they don't succeed. They come now, can't corrupt our own people. May they turn against us. And that is why we get this dirt in the house. But then, unfortunately for them, they come late because they don't hand over this situation for him where he created the heavens and the earth. And he get reserves. He get them. For Ambazonia, he get plenty of them. Well, La Republic, no fi wipe them out. I make a remind La Republic as somebody be the talk. Say, this quest, if Ambazonia no go rest, La Republic no go rest. Since this war starts, some beginning they were they born them 5 years ago in the bush. Some them they were they be 10 years, they don't be 15 now. They want to be 15, they don't be 20, and so on and so forth. And the pain of their homes where they don't born them, the pain of their parents or their relatives or their siblings, or one thing or the other where they don't destroy them, they don't go leave them. Oh yes, they don't go leave them. They go fight back. The land where some of these ancestors, they don't sell them. We know the real land owner and the land titles. There is no way you go change them. We'll come back for that land. We'll come back. So I want to tell La Republic that you start something where you know go finish them. You know be count the cost. And that's why you suffer casualties. And you know they will grieve for turn back. Yes, France they deceive you. Take our oil, give you peanuts, small granite, then kill you on top. Go and find out any true Amazonian or French person in Africa where don't serve the French nation meticulously and sincerely. How he end up? Most of them end up either in jails or they are killed before their time. If you tell me how for Shive died, for that kind of miserable condition, if you tell me how he will die, what about zero more? Where people don't die, you can't say zero more. You see the kind of miserable situation where they live. Come to some developed worlds where people they do whatever they do for the benefit of the nation, not for selfishness. When you see them, they go for die. They die at a very good old age, not in pain, not in misery, not forsaken and abandoned. And so any Amazonian where they don't recruit you for do the dirty job for France, like they will recruit Paul Biya for Duam, and he do successfully for France. Dirty job, he do. You see the way he did? How many years now we never see? But this is Sudan for day. Whether na immune or na you, he did it. But stop, his time don't come. Whether they or no day, he don't overpass his time. What about the children? Which legacy he leave? Apart from that one way, whether na he says a big or na the sister-in-law be just connect them for you know. Even that one. See, this situation where we talk say God day. Some people don't take for talk say na karma day, and it work. That you go be alive. You see all your children useless before you. Is that not a curse enough? Then you, where you still there, what lesson do you want to learn, and where do you want to learn the lesson? Where you know if you amount to anything, they can't deceive you. You grieve young. They deceive you. They deceive your papa, and your papa don't get no voice, and you grew up under there. Then they come again for can't deceive very you want for agree. Say you be vice president. Your papa will be vice president. If you don't talk, if you get voice, I beg, Amazonians, more wake up. Fasten your seatbelt and deny the plan of the enemy against you, your family, and yourself. Stand up very vehemently and say no. Because if you don't do it, history, it will go down on your part in a very negative way. Build history and let the history stand. It'd be unfortunate that a lot of Amazonians, where they don't already initiate themselves into occultic and secret societies, they find them difficult now. But we don't tell you. Say one person, they will conquer all secret societies plus Lucifer himself. They call him Jesus. If you come to that man and sincerely tell him, in those days when we go up, Rosicrucian and Freemason and all that thing, they will be very, very secretive. No man will be no. And if they say if you know him, you go die. They go kill you. It's a lie. Go to Google. You go Google at everything. It don't be in the open. The Church of Satan be very openly. So no man know they kill you. Now the fear and intimidation, like they do for pandemic, it kill a number of people where no be sickness. So also, they play with your intelligence. If you have been a member of a secret society for La Republic, you get that red cross for your, that red piece of cloth for your left hand chest, for your pocket, please bring a more destroy them. Nothing will happen to you. Oh yes, you can destroy it yourself. If you can only say, Jesus, I need you. Come into my heart. Transform me. Make me a child of God. Thank you, God, for taking me as your child. Jesus, thank you for praying for me. This is my prayer. If you can pray like that from your heart, very simple, and you really mean for resign those things, I'm telling you, my dear friend, you will live. You know what die? You go live. So, ladies and gentlemen, now for here we go end this story, and tomorrow it be another opportunity. And I want for announce church and politics, we have been trying to get it fixed, because for through church and politics, many people go learn a lot of things. With the envisage say church and politics go to come up again on Fridays. We never yet conclude in the planning committee of the ABC. Once it be concluded, every Friday you will get church and politics, and some of the church and politics ideologies would bring them for our history, because that one I think we really need for know, so that we can know where they stand. Some people they perish for lack of knowledge, and so the knowledge of Ambazonia don't be taken away by La Republic through intimidation, hardship, and other oppressive method. Them they take away our honesty, sincerity, righteousness, and they make us we look very fearful, disturbed, and useless. But we don't restore that Ngomjoa house in Boya, and we must go for it. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Don't forget, 5 p.m. tomorrow, Amber time, tune in. Tell people to go in and watch this particular show for today. God bless you.
Almighty Father, Papa, now you love me so, and you know my name.